So this is TimeSlot by UG-6. So this is our main login screen, but if you haven't logged in, you can sign up. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. So sign up will consist of username, first name, last name, and your password that you want to use. So it'll ask you to re-enter your password too. So and if the re-enter password is not right, it's not gonna work. So right now it worked. So registration successful. So it's in the database now. Now we're gonna try to log in with it, and then if it is right, if it's in the database, it's going to log us in right now. So this is the main homepage after you log in, and then this is the basic calendar that we're going to use for this app. So it's just a nice looking interface, nothing too crazy. So right now we're going to add the event to the calendar. So this is going to consist of the title of your event, the location that your event's taking place, the date that is going to happen, the start time, end time of the event, and also description. So the the user has the ability to save it to the app calendar, or if they choose to use their external calendar that they want to use, they can use it as well. For example, Google Calendar on Android, and then iOS will be Google Apple Calendar. So right now we're just going to add it to the Google Calendar. So you can see that all the information has come through, and then if they want to add people through it, they can just do it on the Google Calendar too. So it's an easy way for them to use it if they please. And it will still work the same way for our app. So now I'm going to show you that how the event will show up on your app calendar. So after you press the add button, you go to the date, and it will pop up on the bottom, and depending on how many events you have, it will all pop up on there, and then if it's on a different date, all that events will come up too. So this is a friends list. So if they want to add friends, they can just search up the username. If it's in the database, it will add, and if you already have them in it, it will say it already exists. So we have a clock feature too, so if they want to use a clock on it, an alarm and all that type of stuff, they can use it on there as well, so for events and that type of stuff. Messaging, so this is like a user interface messaging, so everyone could hop on to one chat, basically like Discord or something like that, so they could all see the message once one user uses it, and then go back and forth. So right now I'm just showing two different users using it on one app basically. So that's how that works. And then so those are the basic features, and then we have settings. So basic like friends colors, alarms, full reminders, all that type of stuff. And then we have a login logout button too, so after they're done they can log out and they'll go back to the login screen. Thank you. From our group, we just want to say thank you so much for watching the video and seeing what our app was able to do. Just want to come in and say that this class was definitely a good learning experience for all my group, because we were able to see our strong suits, where our weak spots were, everything like that, and then how we worked as a team. It was good to see that we were able to work as a team when we were struggling, when we were having problems. Everyone chimed in, everyone helped together, as much as possible at what they knew, which was nice. Because sometimes we had difficulties and we worked through it because everyone was able to help each other. So the one thing we couldn't have our app do was our events feature, where the user could add friends, and then he could see the friend's calendar on his calendar, and then the app will figure out when the user and his friends are free, and output that to his friends and himself as well. Because this was not working, because our backend, we had a problem with our user table and events table, where we made it together. So every time it will ask an event ID. So if it doesn't have an event ID, it will have an error. So that was a problem we had. We tried to fix it, but it was just too late, because it was final testing, and then it was a couple of days, probably like 2-3 days before demo. We couldn't figure it out. So we tried our best, but it just wasn't possible. So it was a small mishap, I guess, but we try to get our other features working as best as possible. and then try to make our front end as nice as possible. So me and Derek worked hard to get that working, to make it as modern, as nice as possible, so the user feels friendly. Um, and then me and Derek chimed in our back end because we wanted to help Naz and Michael as much as possible on the back end as we could. So it was nice to see our team working as a team, and coming in for each other. So all in all, I'll say that this was definitely a learning experience because we were able to see that we should have to do more testing when we're making an app or when we're making any type of application, because that is one of the most important things. Because if you don't test and only test at the end, it will definitely, if there's any errors, it will be hard to fix, it'll be hard to catch, and all that type of stuff. So we wish we had done more testing often after we made every feature, but we just didn't think about that at that time because we thought it was working. But it was good to see that we learned a lot of stuff in this class, which was nice. So thank you again for watching our video, and again, thank you.